Hey yo, what's good, everybody? Today's topic, a leap of faith. So let's get right into it. A leap of faith is all about going out and chasing your dreams, going out and defying the odds. You're number one, regardless of what the others might say. You can do what you put your mind to. So it's all up to you just to go do. Today's focus is all about mentality, what to avoid, and just the courage to step out and go do it. So let's get right into it. Point number one, believe in yourself. Overcoming self-doubt. When we were kids, we all had that amazing dream. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer, an astronaut, a singer, a writer, an actor, a professional athlete. We all had that amazing dream when we were kids, but for some reason, as we just start to get older and older and older, it just all starts to dissipate. And the question is, why is that? Why does that happen to so many adults? And that's mainly because we just start losing faith in ourselves. When in all actuality, we need to believe in ourselves and that we can do if we put our minds to. That's the beauty of it. Sticking to ourselves through and through. In any field or professional life, there's just no such thing as the perfect makeup. There's no such thing as being too small, too short, too fat, too skinny, too timid, too outgoing, and everything is possible. And the number one way to avoid putting yourself in believing that what society says is true is to not put a glass ceiling on you. Get rid of it. They're already trying to do that. So if you put a glass ceiling on yourself, it's just going to end up being much smaller and lower than what they're doing to you. Anything is possible, but you have to break through layer number one in order to destroy layer number two. And there's just so many examples of that in the world. Too small. You got Kevin Hart and Tom Cruise, perennial movie stars, blockbuster. And then you have professional athletes, Lionel Messi, arguably, if not the greatest soccer player of all time. And then you have people that are presumed too fat, but yet they're the funniest people that you could possibly watch, and Melissa McCarthy and Cedric the Entertainer. And then you have professional athletes where so many of them come from a poor background. But you have Shannon Sharpe. And the beauty of Shannon Sharpe is that he didn't just confine himself to being a professional athlete or just a NFL player. He went from being a tight end Hall of Famer to absolutely dominating in the media space. And the key to all those people that I mentioned is how they stuck to themselves and they believed in themselves and that they can do it. It's not about what the media says, oh, only this group of people are able to do it, or you have to have this amount of resources or live in this area to accomplish it. No, that's just not true. Believe in yourself and believe that you can go do what you want to. Point number two, don't feed into negativity. But this is broken up into two different parts. We have our outside influence, which is people in society, and then we have our inside influence, which is us. So we're going to start with the outside. This is broken up into two different kinds of people. We have our haters and we have our doubters. Starting with haters, haters are the people where their ultimate goal is really just to knock you down a peg or two. They want you to just not even think it's a possibility and it's not true. You're not that special. You're not that guy. They'll oftentimes more than not say things like, come on now, you can't do that. Do you really think you're that good? Or they'll even just laugh at you for saying something that they believe is just outlandish. These people are usually the strangers, usually people in social media, in the media, or mere acquaintances. People that you kind of know, but don't really know or associate yourselves with. And then you have your doubters. Your doubters are the people that are kind of like haters, but a little bit more subtle, a little more quiet, more reserved version of them. Their goal, if it's not necessarily to say you can't do it, is more to steer you in another direction. More times than not, these kind of people say things like, you should just focus on your education, or this is just a game. What are you going to do when it's all said and done? Or they might even try to hit you with a statistic and say, come on, there's no way you can do it. I mean, after all, it's 1 in a million where it's even possible. You should focus yourself and your time onto something more important. These people, which is sadly enough, people that you know. It could be your classmates, be your friends, it could be your teacher, even be your family with your parents and your siblings. So the real question is, you're always hearing stuff from both sides, but how do you combat it? How can you really get through it? Well, the beauty of it is you're you. That's the first key to overcoming outside negativity. You are you. They can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want to do. But if you don't buy into it, it's not possible for you to believe what they say is true. But it's much easier said than done. But you can't let them diminish your spirit. And the unique thing about believing in you is that you're the ultimate equation. You need to let yourself be the reason why you succeed or you fail. Because if you allow their glass ceiling to box you in, you're going to forever be stuck into what they think you should do. So then that's what leads me into inside influence. But this is arguably the hardest one to combat, because after all, we're now believing in ourselves that we can do it. So how do we battle ourselves? Well, that's the beauty of it. It's up to you. If you put in the hard work and the preparation, you can easily overcome that self-doubt in you. And the one major advantage we have nowadays is access to information. Almost unlimited. We don't have to go to the library, read a bunch of books, read the encyclopedia. All we have to do is open our phones, open our laptops, our computers, our tablets, right from our house, anywhere. And the other beautiful thing about access to information is we're more times than not the first person to do it. We could research what got them into it, their motivations, their success story, their failures, how they overcame their failures. It allows us to create a blueprint that best fits us. That's the beauty of the information we have, the access we have, the habits they had. We can instill in ourselves or try to do what they did that best fits us. What will allow you to take that leap of faith and go do what you want to. Which allows me to dive into number 3. Point number 3, step out and do it. That's all it is to it. Step out and do it. Because at this point, you've overcame your fears. You've overcame the doubters and the haters. You've overcame your self-doubt by creating that blueprint. It's up to you to now have that unwavering faith in yourself that you can go out and conquer the goal that you set your mind to. Go out and show the world that you can do it. It's time for you to take that leap of faith. So in conclusion, just remember, believe in yourself, don't feed into negativity, and go step out and do what you put your mind to. It's time for everyone here to take that leap of faith. From one witness to another, you are special. Hook out.